What's up, everybody? Welcome to Black Minds. As always, Mr. Sparks here. I got Jay Moore and I got Mr. Anderson, of course. Hope everybody's having a beautiful Saturn's Day. It's nice and sunny here in Cleveland. Hope everybody's vibrating at a wonderful frequency. Hope everybody's energy's positive, and we definitely hope everybody's giving and receiving the love that we all deserve. Jay Moore, anything you want to say to the people?
As well, always, man. Path to everybody. Order, focus, course, man. It means so much to us and what we do.
Mr. Anderson, anything you want to say to the people, man?
Hey man, don't buy no more Josie and the Pussycat albums, man. They're just encouraging.
In the name
Keep on
of
making
Jesus.
When? They still out?
Oh
They
my
still
Lord.
out? Oh, wow. Okay,
All right.
well, man, we'll get right to the point. Mr. Anderson, you want to get us started with any CTAs or CABs cases we got, man?
I got you, man. I got a case out of D.C. It looks like here, Washington D.C. Fox 5 is also on MSN.com. Former D.C. police officer Linwood Barnhill, 59, was arrested in a nationwide trafficking sting. Authorities allege he recruited minors for commercial acts of, between 2024 and 2025. It was also part of a big FBI crackdown. You hear about this week?
Mm-hmm.
Where they got
200
205
plus.
people
Mhm.
total. He was part of that.
Okay.
Okay.
This guy was taken into custody, Linwood Barnhill, on May the 1st. Prosecutors say he recruited a series of minor children to engage in commercial acts and financially profited from those acts. The criminal complaint says he recruited a minor from a strip club in Maryland called the Ebony Inn. What's the minor doing there in the first place? She told investigators.
I'm taking it back off that one.
Yeah.
We'll wait. Go ahead, Mr.
She
Anderson.
told investigators that he made her work in the VIP room where she was required to have, with men for money. A separate witness also told investigators he knowingly took multiple minor children to K Street Northeast to put them on the corner. Let's see. Barnhill served on the Metropolitan Police Department 7th District. He was arrested in 2014. He pleaded guilty on 2 counts of pandering to a minor. So he was doing it back then.
Yeah.
So 10 years ago, Barnhill was sentenced to 7 years behind bars after pleading guilty to possessing images of minors.
Okay. So he on the path. He on the path.
The
The
wrong.
wrong one.
Yeah.
And so again, that's MSN.com, Fox News Channel 5. Information in this article also comes from the U.S. Attorney's Office in the District of Columbia.
Wow.
Jay Moore,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we trying to figure out why was
I
the
don't,
minor
I don't
at the
get
strip
how
club?
is it one of those 16, 17-year-olds that look like they older or something? Maybe that was, but they should be checking the IDs to
No,
make
but
sure these
exactly.
people,
Why this
like
club
what's going
open?
on with the club.
Why this
Still-
club open?
Right.
My problem ultimately is I know that there are states, including Canada, where a lot of things are legal at 16 and 20 and 18 and things of that nature, and as well as other countries, just like we have our regulations here in our country. Now I think you got to be. I think they changed our laws a little bit. It's not necessarily 18 to buy like tobacco products now. Like I think you have to be 21 to buy tobacco products here in Ohio. So I know that they changed them.
Yeah.
When you pacify a law to make it okay to deal with the child, now I understand from a couple centuries ago. For those who don't know, centuries is 100. You know, when it goes to years, you know they made it okay for 16 or 15 or 14 to be okay for certain things to be legal for them to do. But here, realistically, now in our time in 2025, it seems simple because the kids are so big and they're so grown and they're so fast. It seems like, yeah, just okay them, let them be prime example of why you don't. Prime example of why you don't. As a child,
Yeah.
you know.
What's sad is,
in that situation.
like Jay Moore said, there is, I think, like in Texas, there's
As well, Texas
certain
is
like
another one.
counties
Mm-hmm.
where I think the age is like 17, 16, possibly.
Where you can be legally married and
Yeah.
things of that nature is what we're speaking of.
But
Yeah.
maybe a couple left.
That's-
That's like 17, 16.
Yeah,
So it
that's
could literally
crazy to
be
me,
like
though. That's just still crazy.
A 49-year-old man marrying or dealing with a 16, 17-year-old child. So that's what, to the extent that we're speaking on, why that doesn't even, I mean...
You got some Shannon Sharp, Bill Belichick action.
I mean, you know.
All right, I'll get us started with the next article here.
I mean, this show is for
article-
entertainment purposes, brother.
Yes.
Yes. Maybe a trigger warning or two.
Definitely.
Good looking, Mr. Anderson.
Yes, sir.
This
Yes, sir.
article here is from the Courier Journal. Okay, a former Kentucky superintendent was sentenced. I think we went over this article, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
But was sentenced on May the 7th at the federal courthouse in Owensboro on charges to sexual exploitation of children. Now, this guy was the superintendent. Okay, U.S. District Court Judge Greg N. Stevers sentenced Matthew Constant, the former Owensboro public school superintendent, to 30 years in prison. So that's, we like this
Probably
judge.
talked about how he got arrested. Now they're doing the sentencing.
Yeah, I think we did actually talk about him. The name Constant actually rings a bell to me.
It does.
Okay, but yeah, he got sentenced to 30 years in prison, guys. So this judge is doing what he's supposed to do. I feel like that's a nice amount of time for someone to learn a lesson.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, giving you a chance at life, still giving you a chance at life, but giving you time with that.
Yep, but yeah, he got 30 years in prison and followed by a lifetime of supervised release. And this is for 2 counts of online enticement of a minor, 3 counts of receipt of child P,
Yeah.
pictures, videos, we know what it is.
Yeah.
2 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, and 2 counts of transferring obscene material to a minor. So this guy was actually sending them stuff as well.
What was his name again?
His name was Matthew D. Constant.
Because I want to remember, because I remember the Constant, and then I just want to hear his first name again. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
you good, because that Constant rang a bell when I saw the article, so I wanted to go over this. Okay, court records state Constant knowingly received child P on or about December the 3rd of 2019. The 9 charges span events from that day until April 26th of 2023. So, from 19 to 2023.
4 years.
You can do a 4 or 5 year stretch, depending on how you time it.
Okay, and Constant, who served as a superintendent in Owensboro, from 2020 of May to from 2020 to May of 2023. So he was actually the superintendent during the time. Arrested by the Kentucky State Police in July of 2023. So he did get arrested in 2023. After the Kentucky Police received a tip about an inappropriate relationship between a school administrator and a student. Owensboro Board of Education voted unanimously, in June of 2023 to suspend Constant without pay. So that's also awesome. Then began to terminate his contract for the conduct of unbecoming of a superintendent. So for conduct unbecoming of a superintendent. So yeah, man, they finally got this guy. He getting 30 years, and he's got a lifetime of supervised release.
Right.
And you can find that article on the Courier Journal.
Okay.
And that's in Kentucky. You got something over there for us, Jay Moore?
I got a little bit over here. It's out of the United States Attorney's Office, District of Maryland.
Okay.
A former Frederick County, this is Frederick County, Maryland, Frederick County man sentenced to 25 years for sexual exploitation of a child. U.S. District Judge Julie R. Rubin sentenced William Joseph Murrow, 43-year-old man formerly of Frederick County, Maryland, to 25 years in prison for sexually exploitation of a child. Upon his release from prison, Murrow must register as a sex offender for, all of the crap that they tell you if you get released from prison. According to court documents, Murrow sexually abused and exploited a minor by soliciting images and engaging in sexual acts with her. The abuse occurred for more than 18 months, ending with the child's mother discovered the abuse and reported it to the police. This case was brought as a part of a Project Safe Child nationwide initiative launched in May 2006. They don't give me too much more detail, and the reason why I picked such a short case is because I want to step into something connected to child abuse, which is an open story right now in the media, dealing with this, what's her name, Shiloh, the young lady in the park, sending racial slurs towards the
Autistic
child.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much the reason why I picked such a short ad. This guy, he's in jail. We're very happy. It's nothing to skim over. I wanted to put it out there. But this is a situation for me. And normally we don't go too far, but I just want to tap off of this and see how you guys felt, or any kind of thoughts you may have, you may want to share with this. Now, we all know the situation with this young lady, playground, her child as a toy, a child of ethnicity, ended up getting the toy. She apparently got aggressive with the child, snatched the toy back, accused the child of different racial slurs. Blase will skip, jump to the end. She's raised $600,000 according for moving or defense or protection or legal or whatever her choice for the definition for what the money is for. And I really want to bring that up because that's a big, horrible child abuse case right in front of our face.
Yep.
That's all over national media, and a lot of it is based on race, but it's a child abuse case that's being televised and played with.
Mm-hmm.
It was a child who doesn't have all of their fully functional brain things developed. This is nothing against the child.
No,
we all
the baby
know,
is what, 5? So
we
of
all
course they're
know
not
once you get
developed.
about 25 years
It don't
old,
even matter.
30, 35, sometimes 40, 45 years old, you fully get developed in your brain. So this adult woman who is of at least of age is attacking and assaulting a child defenseless, and was able to be in a position to, for her reasonings, raise money for whatever she's going to use it for, because she felt as though she was victimized. Because again, this is still an abusive case, abuse case,
yes.
but it's dealing with children here.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's funny how adults can't say certain stuff about a certain ethnic background without a major outrage and an uproar.
Yeah.
But this can happen to a baby, and it's not really a major rage and uproar.
Right.
But I'll let you go, Mr. Anderson, because I want to really get into that. If you got anything you wanted to add.
She talking about she started the fundraiser herself to protect her family because of all the attention it was getting. But the little boy father, he said he the one getting the threats.
Yeah, and the guy
So
who actually filmed, the incident, he's getting threatened. But I heard she wasn't getting the money once they found out and saw the video too.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's a thing where legally, I guess they're stepping in and saying that basically she can't cash out.
Because that's a hate crime. Like,
It's blatantly a hate crime, and Piers Morgan had an interview with the woman
I
on
saw
there,
that.
as well as
Lamont Hill and them.
Lamont Hill and a couple other people.
Man, they can look, man. I'm gonna just tell you like this: they can keep doing this stuff if they want. I'm gonna turn into like the dude who's suing the NFL over Shador. Did you guys hear about this?
I definitely heard
Now,
about that.
it's like it's people watching this stuff, and this stuff really affects people. If you about to let this woman use this term on television, which I'm gonna break down because everything's stolen. But if you were willing to let her use this term on television, and pretty much that's gonna start an uproar. And you got a man of ethnicity there, and
On
he's
the panel.
he on the panel and he's saying like, you know, that's disrespectful. I think Pierce cut kind of right.
Yeah,
and I think he wanted to embarrass.
Yeah, that's what
the
he
chick.
was trying to do.
That's what he said to
And
her.
the guy even mentioned it to Piers, like, man, this ain't no disrespect. I know what you doing.
Yeah.
And you good, but this fool that you talking to really gonna do this.
Yeah. And
She really gonna do that.
Mr. Anderson, you want to finish off? I'm sorry, because I did kind of cut into what you said, but were you done?
I mean, the NAACP is trying to get charges against the lady and stuff like that, but it's just my usual thing, man. It's what they put on the news for division to get people to get on two separate sides or something and go at each other.
Well, what we need to start
While the
doing.
government ain't doing shit about $18 eggs.
Yeah, well, what we need to start doing is uprising about that, man. We need to start suing and figuring out how to sue.
They just
For-
gonna dismiss the shit, bro. It's just like the police. You can go sue the government and they gonna find themselves not guilty.
So
Well,
here's
Or
what
they
you
gonna change a term on you or do something.
you best at this
You know what
than
I'm
us. You be knowing the internals on how to really work on what to say. So maybe the further that we go with giving our information, maybe we could do some more investigation on ourselves as well to be able to help people on what moves we can be able to present them legally to protect themselves right now, because most people, we go through life and we skip over stuff because we deal with our feelings and emotions, which is the bad offset of us not controlling ourselves. But then if we're doing that, we already don't even know what to do because we're choosing to do that. So, and I know you the man for that kind of information.
I believe it can happen, man. We just have to realize that we can do it. Stop being pushovers, man, and letting people take advantage of us. If you know, it was happening, if it was on the shoe was on the other foot, I believe eventually it would, you know, be an uproar. A lot of cases would be started.
You know what you should do? Just stop putting all this bullshit out here in the news and all this shit. If you
We
the
need to
father
start
of the
suing
kid,
these
go
companies.
go sue the lady. You the father of the kid,
Yeah.
just go sue the lady.
Also
Ain't nothing
that,
to talk about. You causing emotional distress.
Yes, you
You
was.
should go get her ass before
And
she
you
filed
trying
for
to play
bankruptcy.
victim.
Yep.
And
Ain't no need to talk about it in the news. Ain't other people to get their feelings involved in a situation
That's where
that ain't
the
with them.
news messes up, and I
Yep.
feel like the people should be able to
it's a term I
take
ain't
advantage
said.
of that,
It's a
because
term I ain't
that's
said.
emotional distress.
Yeah.
I'm watching this, like it's on the news. I'm watching this. What
It's
if
a
I got a
term-
baby?
but watch this, watch
5,
this.
6, 7 year
It's a
old.
term I ain't said on here, and I hope I don't mean no disrespect, but this is a true thing, and we all see it. It's called white tears.
From there, man, because we on this topic kind of long.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is it's stolen. The word's stolen.
Yeah.
The word's from royalty. If they
And
really knew
niggas.
what Nagas was
Yeah.
and the Negas was,
Yeah.
they would be fucking stupid and feel dumbfounded.
No, they would bow.
Because
That's-
it's
they
royalty.
They would
Like
bow.
you're
That's
just you
what
stupid.
it
You
is.
don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, but we'll go on from there, man. Do some
Sure.
research on it. Like,
Your own research.
it's royalty. From there, we'll move on to the Indian-Pakistan war. Jay Moore wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I did want to put a little insight into that, and it's not because I just want to mention hurt or anything like that. I really want to bring this up because we're not paying attention to our efforts as a human civilization. We've been reporting on wars. Of course, there has been wars since either one of the three of us were born. We get that part. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is for just the understanding of what is going on. There's people that live their life every day, and they're normal. They go get their pizza, they go do whatever they're doing, they watch their show, and it be hundreds of thousands of people getting blown up and shot every day, and you're not even aware. So a lot of times when people be going too far saying that, oh, it's a different world. Did you know that when it was over there that they were doing this? I wasn't even aware. It's a different world. No, it's what's happening currently. But here currently we have the Indian and Pakistan issue. India has come out of the gates and dropped their strongholds and said we finna buck up, and they dropped some missiles on Pakistan. Of course, it's politically set, but the point of me bringing this up is because, again, here we go. As soon as somebody break a move, it's people dead, people injured. Again, it's about power. It's about a mineral. It's about position. It's about land.
Yeah.
And what makes it so bad is people have to die and people have to suffer even after the wars are done, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Somebody's still going to be paying in taxes, and whatever they worried about still going to happen. We have to pay attention there. We need to step our foot down. And it's us as the masses of people to control, because we quietly keep allowing more wars. Who is the military? The people. I'll end it there.
The people allow.
I'll end it there. Who is the military? It's the people.
The people allow too much. The
Correct.
subject we were just on with the racist situation, bro. The people allow too much with the trans thing. People allow too much, man. That shouldn't be presented to children.
It shouldn't.
That's supposed to be in your home.
Yeah. Do
So,
what you want to do.
Yeah, do what
Just
you
not
want
out
to
in
do.
public.
It's like people ain't heterosexual people ain't just super flamboyant out in public like that, bro. Because you know what? They don't have mental issues. And that's the issue. These people have mental issues.
When you're a man, you know you're a man, and when you're a woman and you know you're a woman, you're comfortable. You don't have to go outside and act like you have to express it to someone that I'm a man today or I'm a woman today. It's men and women are a natural thing. So, if you feel like you have to go out of your bounds to try to you should understand that you're doing something that's unnatural. I love how I try to pick my words, because I mean no disrespect, but if you feel like you have to come all out of your box, you're doing something unnatural.
Extra.
It's just unnatural for you to have to go through all of that to prove who you are.
We getting hated on too as well. I hear landscaping action going on outside.
People got to get their money.
When the truth get exposed, a lot of stuff happens.
It's the only good day. It really ain't been raining, so I think they all gonna be out there.
Yeah.
But
So,
then on
as long as y'all
India
listening
thing,
through, don't let the background
don't let it
mess
bother
you up. Somebody outside making money to feed their kids right now, so I can't be too mad that I hear the lawnmowers. You know what I'm saying?
You wanted to add to that.
The India-Pakistan thing, that was from that article I read a few weeks ago.
Okay.
They've been fighting over that territory for years and years and years.
You said that, like two episodes ago.
I think so.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Even China owns a piece of that part of that land over there. So it's just the ongoing, fight over stuff. And like you said, the people are the ones that suffer all the time. The banks are happy for the war.
People suffer
because
for
they loan money on both sides of the war.
Yep.
So the bank happy for a war.
You got people that's on land at home who suffer from what's happening for the people that go off land to the war that suffer, die. Everybody suffers. Except for the big corporations.
Exactly.
That's just like the
Until the people realize it, it's just gonna be an ongoing cycle.
That's
people,
why I said, who
people
was the
keep going
military?
on.
The people.
They go along.
Who goes
to go
who
along.
goes to the Navy?
People.
A person, people.
Our
when there's a
nephews,
group
our
of them.
sisters, our daughters, our
yes, it's plural.
It's the people.
It's people. Yes.
It's us. That's
So
the strength of
when
it all.
you realize I'm not going to war for this country until people hopping out of airplanes and helicopters actually starting the war on this area.
Right.
There's no reason for it. I'm not about to make anyone more rich. There's no reason for it.
I got a lot of men in my family that's been to the military, and they all told me don't go.
Right.
Same thing.
Everybody
with me.
said that. That's just like the people in Gaza, man. The war going on over there.
Right.
They can't get no damn food.
Yeah, with with the suitcase.
I'm not on hating on Israel. I'm not on hating on Hamas. I'm on hating on whoever is not doing nothing for these people that suffer.
Stopping them people from getting relief.
Trump got to go in there and give them food and shit because neither Israel nor the other side can do it. What's going on?
That Netanyahu?
They blocking humanitarian aid from going in there because they don't want Hamas to get it. Y'all suck, bro. Y'all can't get rid of Hamas. It's y'all that suck. Stop letting the people suffer.
Yes.
Man, Anderson, tell them. You can't say you're going to go over here and rebuild. Now you can't even give people a soup kitchen.
Right.
Take that away.
Come on, man.
The whole issue is it's the country.
Yeah.
They get everything they want, and then you got Netanyahu. He does what he wants.
Exactly.
So if he getting donations or whatever, he's doing what he want with the money.
Yep.
And then if he want a war started, he go talk to a whole nother country usually
to get some bread,
and he be like, you know what? Can you help us?
Yeah.
And all of them fucking ball gargle and hop up under him and get teabagged and be,
yes, sir.
And be like, yeah, what you need?
Yes, sir.
And that's what pissed me off with Trump. But then I'm watching Trump and he like, man, I'm about to make you embarrass yourself, and it seems like he just playing his 50 Cent role. He trolling.
I can't. Hey, bro.
With blowing up the school and stuff,
Yeah.
I felt like Trump is trolling him.
Yeah.
If people do their research and know Netanyahu blowing up schools and shit,
They bombing everything,
Yes.
bro. How the fuck is Hamas in every building?
Man,
it makes no sense.
The guy,
They just suck. They suck at getting rid of them.
The bombing that
don't
just
want
happened from India to Pakistan, they killed people,
yeah,
civilians,
Yes.
yep.
to show that we ready to war like people that ain't even expecting it.
Man.
This lady going home with her head of cabbage finna make some food. And why she gotta get blown up? Because these idiots is playing about some land and property and mineral. Go ahead.
Israel's supposed to represent them people that were slaves and misrepresented and you know, taken advantage of in the world and all of this, and you doing this to other innocent people? That don't make no sense to me, bro.
Yeah.
Then Hamas, you supposed to, that's your people over there. You using them as damn bulletproof vests.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hey, it was a lot of research that I did.
Somebody got to care about the people, man.
And you know,
Only
Thoth,
chosen few. Chosen few only do.
Thoth,
This nigga, you can't go that
you
far
know, he got
back,
a couple
man.
different names.
You can't go that far back.
He had a certain area that was promised to him, and he made it a bountiful place. And then he was told, because of certain deeds and certain upsets, he was asked to relinquish that land to his brother. And then he was relinquished another set of lands that we'll speak on again. But the brother who ended up getting that land was a problem and brought a problem to that exact area.
And that's what
We'll
man
get there.
do.
We'll get
Man
there.
bring
We'll get there. I'll
problems
tell you.
unless it's a righteous man.
Yeah. And
All right.
you know,
We'll move on to this, guys. This should be quick. Did y'all hear that China said that we created that Crypt 19?
Yeah.
Well, see what
That
happened was,
C-19.
Oh, yeah, because Trump said they did.
Yeah.
all right, so here we go with the tit for tat. So the underlying facts about what I had, not it's
We know it came from the Wu-Tang. We
just-
already know it was in Wu-Tang.
Right.
The Wu with the H-A-N. If y'all want to go look it up. But
It
that's
was-
where it
was,
came
It was
from.
definitely in
Come
the
from here.
Wu-Tang.
It was the
but-
Wu-Tizzle.
Where did the Wu-Tang get it from?
It was was the Wu Tizzle.
Where did the Wu-Tang
They
get
got it from Fiznauchi or somebody probably.
Exactly. So
So
that's
we ain't
why
spent
that's the
it.
issue.
That's why they saying that.
It was purchased, and they were supposed to try to figure out how to use it as a vaccine, but so and so who sold it to him didn't tell him the ramifications on how to work with it.
Yeah, that's the issue, man.
So
We was dealing with
everybody fumbled the
That dude
ball.
was evil.
Everybody fumbled the ball with that.
He been
I'm gonna
Fauci
say that.
been
Period.
evil, dog.
I'm gonna say that. Everybody fumbled the ball.
He just
with
wasn't
that.
under the radar no more once he did that shit, and everybody saw wasn't nobody dying.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I definitely saw that, and you know, it's a fumble the bag, you know, because a lot of people lost their life for other kind of, you know.
China ain't got
during
no
that time.
substance in that statement, man. They can't even tell where it came from here. We know what lab it came from
Yeah,
over in China.
exactly.
Like, you know
That's
what
what I
I'm
was
saying? We
gonna
got
say.
details.
Barker beat me to the
Come
punch
on,
with
I
that.
was just finna
Let's
say,
move
you
on.
gonna give me your
I'm
manifest
telling
shit?
you. Let's
What
move
you
on.
say?
That-
Give me
they
your
wanna
Say
manifest
something
sheet
that
or
Trump
shut
said
up?
something.
They want to go tit for tat.
Yeah.
Where's the manifest
Let's
sheet,
talk
bro?
about RFK, man. Talking about getting rid of the chemtrails. No more chemtrails.
Yeah, even though they still not gonna admit that they putting chemicals up there, even though we know that they cloud seeding and doing shit like that, so they got the ability to put the chemicals up there.
Yeah,
Come
they
on.
cloud seed and they're
So,
blocking the sun in many ways. It's
um,
just what you want to say something on that one?
I'm just over here biting my tongue because I, to a degree, I appreciate him for saying that, but how?
You say it's the Department of Defense.
You know, I appreciate him coming out, but
I mean, it's extremely easy, man.
I mean, it's
If you
easy,
really
but
want it not to happen, you send Air Force jets out, just like when they feel threatened, because that's a threat.
Right.
That's a
So,
threat to the
you
American
go
people
out
to
and
continue to dump this poison out on us.
Yep.
That's a threat to the American
But
people.
who
So,
taking them planes out? That's what I'm saying. Who, bruh, if I had the little ship where I could send some joints out, some drones, boom, 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 I would. So who really gonna be
the
taking
whole
it down?
thing about it is we have to see. If the government's serious about it,
That's my
it'll
thing.
happen.
What they doing? Flying electric planes up there, bro?
As they,
Yes, they are.
Like
Was
autonomous
there
coming out the
electric?
back.
Are they
It's
autonomous?
It's water.
No.
Well, I heard-
Get out of here, bro.
I heard
I
a
got
lot-
a catalytic converter on my car. Get out of here. I don't believe
I
that
heard
bullshit.
that most of them are autonomous. They have routes. They be unmanned because of the chemical
Autonomous.
base.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
'Cause
saying?
it's so
Composition.
dangerous. I'm just saying they talking about the shit debunked. They don't make no fucking sense.
Well, I
It's
heard-
got to be chemicals.
Well, I've heard multiple things.
Go ahead.
I heard the shit was what you call it, Tupac holograms.
yeah. I heard the.
I've heard of that too.
The planes was holograms and
I've heard multiple things. I heard the sky ain't even real. It's a hologram.
What I heard was, with the truth I said, the sky looked like water above me, and it looked like when you take the light out, what water would look like if it was no damn light.
Yeah, and when it's a nice sunny day, it looked like one of them beautiful pools you want to jump in the sky.
So,
Yep.
you know, and I do know what the hell the meaning as so above, as so below, because that coincides with the heaven on earth, because what was done was supposed to be taught here for us to have a heaven in both places. And we fell it.
Oh,
That's
All I
why
know
we come
is
into so many rooms.
Ain't no ice coming out the back of my car out the tail.
It
So
ain't-
how it's coming out of the plane? You just use common sense.
We all been.
That's all you do.
well, they want to say the altitude.
So hold on. Excuse me, everybody. I wish we gonna get y'all together. We're gonna be having our clips blasting in the back so y'all can see what we talking about. We're gonna be linking all of this in so y'all can get more of a visual on the conversation. But I just want to bring up the purple rain, purple
Right. That's
rain.
raining Windex out the sky.
I done seen.
That's natural too.
I didn't see some blue, but I didn't see some purple
Yeah, the
rain.
purple rain
What the
did
hell
it for
going
it.
on?
Right.
Now the blue, I can see possibly because
the
Leaking
blue
from
was
something.
out 2 weeks
You ever
before
heard
purple
of,
rain was coming out.
sky ice. You ever heard of sky ice?
I heard of it.
It's like
but-
this beautiful blue,
Mm.
and it takes forever to melt.
Okay.
But yeah, it's something called sky ice, and it's beautiful blue like that stuff. Now, They say it's parts of the firmament. Sky ice is parts of the firmament.
That
They
makes
said it
sense.
was the glass or
So,
close to
but
the
it's
glass.
beautiful.
coating.
Some people actually had pieces of it, and it's a beautiful blue, bro.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
There's
Yeah.
all kind of veins and stuff in this ice too. It's like an organism, honestly. I've seen some pictures of it. I wish I could touch it.
yeah,
You've seen
yeah,
the
I've seen it.
close-ups of
I've seen it.
It looks like an organism. in
It's
this
beautiful.
ice. It's amazing.
We'll move on to
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully he get it done.
We will. Yeah, we.
On the
we'll-
chemtrails, I
That's on
hope
the
you
government.
you know.
That's on the government, man. What has been Trump's real first 100 days, really? I think so. I don't know. We'll see, man.
We still got 3 years. So.
Yeah, it takes time. Let's talk about the HHS no longer supporting trans surgeries and medications for the minors. I feel this is something we shouldn't even be talking about.
They had to change it because Biden.
Like,
messed it up
yeah,
like
bro,
that.
it's like minors should never have been subjected.
That's a clap. Like, why did? Thank you.
Minors should never
Thank you.
should have been subjected
Thank
to
you.
these type of real. It's horror movie type
Bro,
surgeries and
rituals
procedures,
and all
bro.
that.
Man, you know what?
Yes.
You know what? Y'all remember in high school when people would talk about a guidance counselor, and you like, what the hell I'm gonna talk to the guidance counselor about? And they're supposed to help you figure out, like, when you graduate, when you go to college, what you can do, or different classes to help you excel. I don't want to talk to no damn guidance. What the hell I'm gonna talk to them about my feelings and what I'm thinking? That transfer from when we was in school to now. Yes, if you want to be, or if you want to be with the, that's what I'm here for. You were supposed to be. My point is, the
Open up
adults are
with
supposed to be
education.
there to help us to guide to excel,
Yes.
not guide to rearrange.
That compulsory education system.
I don't like that.
Doing my research, I saw a baby telling her mama like, school, prison, and she showing her pictures
Yeah.
like,
She
this the
ain't
prison,
lying,
girl.
this the school,
Yeah.
this the hallway of a prison, this the hallway of a
She
school,
wasn't
this the
lying.
lunchroom of a prison, this the
Yeah.
lunchroom of a school. School, prison, mom.
That clip done
And
went
this
viral.
baby had to be about 9, bro. I
She
love
ain't
her.
lying,
And
though.
she
That shit
is,
went viral, bro.
this baby smart.
Yes.
If she this young and realizing this compulsory education system to prepare you to be a slave in the workforce.
Exactly.
These babies even realizing this
Pump
stuff,
up the
man.
economy.
Yeah, and I
Not
love
to
it.
make your life better, but just to pump up the economy.
You
No,
are
it's gonna make
supposed-
somebody like better.
Just
not
yours.
yours.
Yeah.
The learning atmosphere, in case anybody has forgotten, please do your research because it's in every damn book you can pick up. Any religious ones, you got the Torah, you got the Bible, you got the Quran. Anybody who pay attention to any focus structure, whatever you're doing, you're supposed to be in a relaxed, comfortable state learning, not pressed to hurry up and take a test, and you got to be worrying about what another city gonna do, and the teachers don't know what the hell they doing, and they can't tell you they're gonna give you the cheat codes. You know? It's not learning.
Nope.
That's a system.
Man, you learn
That's
from
a
your
system.
parents. You learn from your parents.
True.
When life hits you, you go get that first real job. You like, mom, dad, I'm ready to move out. You get your first spot and all that. You learn everything about that from your parents, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents teach you how to manage your money. If you got real parents who know how to connect, they teach you to sit your ass down and meditate some. You know what I'm saying? But your parents teach you everything, man. They give you homework, which I don't understand. But you go home, who reading to you? Who reading it to you? Your parents, you know, until you old enough to figure this stuff out yourself. But man, you learn from your parents. They bring you math homework, reading homework. They're teaching you how to count, all this stuff. They saying this in school, but these kids ain't paying attention to this crap until their parents tell it to them. Because school is this baby prison.
It's a system.
It's a fun little prison at sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
But yeah, man, it's a compulsory education system. So
And I need your parents to just pay
We got way
attention.
off the subject, but
Sorry,
that was awesome.
That's
That
very
was awesome.
important. That's very important, though.
This administration is redefining terms such as gender dysphoria.
Yes,
They're not
exactly.
just going along with things.
Well, man, Trump
That's
said
the
it.
focus.
He believes there's boys and girls.
Yep.
Yeah, they're supposed to be. No, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Male
but
and female.
They're supposed to
That's what I
be.
thought.
They're supposed to be removing transgenders officially starting next month. I know they've been talking about this for the last month with the the transgenders not getting on the rings and all of that. But
What was he talking
All
about?
from the military.
yeah, in the military.
He's talking about in school, talking to people. They needed to talk to people. All these people who want to put dresses on.
Yeah.
They should have been talking to the guys.
They should have been in the guidance.
They should have been talking to the guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Y'all
why
see
do
what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like this? And
Yeah.
the guidance counselor
Not the
should have been
damn
like,
guidance
Exactly.
counselor.
I need to
saying-
call your mom.
Yeah.
So something ain't right. What is
Yeah.
wrong? And then once you meet the parents, if the parents ain't right, it's like, okay, I understand this. Now is this child safe?
Right.
Yeah,
Is the
man.
how
home
you
a safe
supposed to
environment?
And we
That
don't-
should be a guidance
Yeah,
counselor.
you're right, bro.
But
Should be a heavier community base too.
yeah, bro.
yes, sir.
Because if the guidance counselor is going to be, just scholastically, because we know the school system is at a drop, so we just breaking down with our old, but how our scholastic system, could have worked to a degree when it did. But damn, if the person is sitting up there, their job is to help tell your child what's best for them to do in their life, they should be in contact with you, letting you know these the choices, how you feel,
Mhm.
man.
But yeah, man, love the HHS, and that's the Health and Human Services.
Yes, it is.
For no longer supporting these surgeries and giving medications to our minors to mess with their sexes, man.
That hormonal.
You are a
Pills.
boy or a girl, and you got to figure it out, man.
When
I
you
mean,
get
there
grown,
are.
make your
You
decision.
might be that, but
Get to an
adult stage and make those surgeries and take those medications on your own as an adult. I believe parents should be charged giving their kids medications and letting them get surgeries.
Yeah.
Now, if they child is confused, I feel, there's nothing you can do about it but try to help them as much. But to, suggest like, oh yeah, we gonna get you the surgery and
Yeah,
we gonna get you boobs, Johnny.
assist
You should
with
be
it.
in prison
Assist
because you got
with
this gender
Yeah.
dysphoria as well.
Uh-huh.
Instead of teaching your child properly, you got this dysphoria as well. And
Make your decisions when you're an adult.
yeah, really, man. And you can't. And I believe most males hit adulthood around 24ish. We later than women. It may be a little different now as we're getting
but
older.
the problem
And women
is
hit it
you gotta-
around 18, 19.
You got to think about it though. We got late bloomers.
Yeah.
So the average is really 30, 35, honestly.
Yeah, it's
You
just
know the
different
ones
now.
that get it when they supposed to is at 24, but it's 30, 35.
Somebody ripping up the street with the
Yeah,
heart.
sorry about that,
At least
man.
not in your
My
teens.
bike.
That's all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
definitely not there.
just like if the child finds the parent weapon and discharge it, take it
Oh,
to
yeah,
school, any
yeah.
of that, it should be the
That's
same
their fault.
type
Parents' fault.
of responsibility and faultage.
Because they
Yeah,
didn't
that's,
secure it.
that's on the parent because they should
They
know
are
where
the-
it's
You
at.
should not.
authority.
You should be talking to your child. I know you feel this way,
Yeah.
but it may be a phase.
Yeah.
Wait till you grow up. See how you feel when you grow up.
Yeah.
Just to be supporting it, I ain't with that.
Yeah.
You should be charged like a major felony, bro. And I'm with the HHS. People's taxpayers' money shouldn't be going to this
Yeah.
as well, and it's a big and major move for what I want my children to grow up to.
Yes, sir.
Actual just boys and girls. I think that's it on the news. Do we got anything
Yeah,
else on the
the
news
world
here?
news,
We'll
I
go
mean.
to we'll talk about the Pope here,
Yeah, the new pope.
which this guy here was letting people go who was messing with babies.
Or he was the one dude. He kept him on.
He
You heard about
keeping
that?
them or letting them go. Yes,
Yeah.
like so. Yeah, man. We
Hold on. Who was Leo
Leo.
13th? I'm gonna need Anderson to get that one.
I don't know who the 13th is.
Yeah, hold on, cause I
This
got
is
it.
the 14th.
Leo.
Yeah, I know he the
Yeah.
14th. I'm talking about who was Leo the 13th, cause he was in what 1903. Hold on, let me go through my notes, cause y'all know I be on my
This
my
is
stuff,
terrible.
bro.
But this guy here
Hold on,
in
Leo.
charge, so it shows you guys what type of action this popal
Yeah.
in the Vatican is
The
on.
papacy.
We needed a pope so bad that we went a week without one.
Yeah, man, and the world burnt up, boy. Satan hopped up out like, ain't no pope.
Yeah,
I got you, bitch.
He died. He died in
Yeah.
1903.
I knew I had this,
Yeah.
till 1903, but the other I wanted
I don't
because
know
I
when
had
that man
the
was
stuff for him because you got to pay attention to why he wanted.
What you wanted to talk about, though,
knock
Barker?
his name.
That's what I wanted to talk about. This he had left this dude in power. Let me see if I can find his name. That was abusing the baby.
Well, yeah, he was known for he let multiple people either go, and he kept this guy. But yeah, man, he's known for letting
You know his
priests
practices and the
go
way that
who
he
mess
operates.
with minors.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so.
I'm trying to find this guy's name. He was the dude that abused somebody, and he was still. They just let him go like in 2023. So he's been there for like 15, 20 years under this dude's watch.
Yeah, bro.
I can't find the details right now, but yeah.
So that's the big issue that I know I'm having, because you know we was speaking on the papacy and all of that crap, and I'm just like, for one, they got one of the worst stigmas, and you know, the black men in the hood, they supposed to have the worst stigma, man, but them
them
yeah, Catholicism and them boys over there, man, they be having some of the
they ain't on
and
my
for
list
him
of
to
good
be
people.
and for him to be coming through the door already with that background, bro,
Yeah.
moving like that,
Yeah.
and he already under heavy scrutiny. Why? Because of that, bro. That's all bad. Like, it's no reason. And why was he picked? With that kind of background?
That's what I was
How?
gonna say.
Three
How?
sisters, somebody
Yeah, it's like
abused them.
you guys actually picked this person and you know his background, so it shows you that side of the world and
Because
what
Pope
they're
Francis promoted the dude in 2023. That's
I'm
what
aware.
happened.
I'm aware. But
That's
it's
what
like,
happened.
And pay attention
this
to what
is
I
the
said.
person y'all picked, and y'all know his
So
background.
everybody on it.
And I'm going to
Yeah, he
remind
was on
you.
it.
I'ma remind
He
you.
was in
Francis
charge.
was on it.
Three sisters in Peru said that one of the priests abused them from 07 to 2015. So then they went to him in 2022. He said he was going to open an investigation, but never did it.
He got
And
like
then-
multiple cases.
Yeah.
The
And then
papacy
the other
been
guy that I
super
was
took
talking
over,
about,
bro, the
where he left
papacy-
him in power, and they finally got rid of him in 2023. It wasn't even him, though.
Yeah, I know.
The papacy was taking over.
That's what old boy was saying.
When
the dude on that
stepped
YouTube
down,
video.
they got Pope Francis in. What was his name again? I'm sorry.
Oh, the one before that.
Yes, the one that stepped down.
Benedict.
Francis.
Yeah, Benedict.
Yeah.
That's when papacy was already, But once he stepped down, look what really been happening. Now they just like, yeah, they did this and they do this, and so what? Put him in.
Well, we know what they about.
They
This
dropped the
dude
curtains,
opened
bro.
these portals.
They opened them up.
Now they got
Now that's what they
Fruit
really doing.
Loopish
Mm-hmm.
supporting
How
guys.
you come through the door with it?
And this is so spiritual. This is so spiritual, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Well, with the Vatican. But when you learn about obelisk and all that, and the wheel in the Vatican, you learn a lot.
So,
They very sexual.
Yeah.
I found it real odd that they sat up there and delegated in a closed room with grown men upwards to 80 and 90 years old. And they came up with picking that person with that background.
Who messed with the most babies? Who let the most people go? Who messed with the most babies? Who can represent us, right?
What's his name?
It's based off his numbers, man. Between the Pope's death and his birthday or something like
Robert!
that. It's
Robert!
all about numbers again.
There he is, Robert. What's his name? Provides what? Robert. Yeah, you hear what I was calling you.
Bobby.
Yeah, you. Didn't you say you? Yeah. Oh, that was you.
Remember, his brother said that the teacher said that she thought he was gonna be the Pope. So they picked him. That's they pick everyone.
Wow. I mean, they pick everybody for sure.
Yeah. Move on.
Yes, sir.
Did you guys hear about this Trump executive order for the government to pay for private lawyers for police?
Really?
When
I
when
ain't
they
hear about
do,
that one.
but yeah, that's one of them down.
Private lawyers?
Yeah, that's one of them
oof.
things I'm not liking with Trump.
Yeah,
I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, he support the police too much.
It's called. Now, I know a little bit about the bonds and shit with the police. A lot of people don't know.
Okay.
When the police violate you,
Gotcha.
you have to somehow get it. Whether you get it on your phone, recording it, or what, you have to tell the police you are violating my constitutional rights, and you have to have it.
Correct.
Now, if you actually have this and they violating your constitutional rights, it don't matter how many rights they violate. Now, they have something called like a surety bond.
Correct.
And it's like $75,000. It's an insurance.
Yep.
But
for
it's
them
like
to be able to have their job and do what they do.
And you can actually sue them for this surety bond
Yep.
while you're waiting to sue the
precinct, state,
yes.
or whatever, city.
And
so
a lot of people
Problem
don't
is,
know.
They don't want to give up the bond number. That's the problem.
That wouldn't be an issue once you actually get what you
that
need.
you know
once
that
you
they
get what
have
you
the
need,
bond number.
yeah. Once you tell them like
You know that
you
they
violate
got
my civil rights, and you tell them like, once you say certain wording, like I know about surety bonds.
Right. It's all about wording, ladies
you
and
can
gentlemen.
get those documents. You can get them.
It's
They
about what
can't
you say,
hide
not
a
how you
surety
say
bond.
it. It's not
They
about
won't
how
tell
you
you
say
the
it. It's
number, they
what
won't
you
tell
say.
you the
They won't tell you, but
Yeah.
you can get it.
Oh yeah, you would have to do your own research.
You have to just go and talk to someone higher up.
Right.
Hoping
Like-
and willing and praying that
Right.
you
But-
get to the end of the situation.
A lot of people don't know that. If you
I
can
didn't know that
actually
myself. I didn't
get
even know that.
on film or some way, shape, or form, you
Yeah.
stating you're violating my constitutional rights.
Yeah.
Okay.
And once you actually start talking like that, they realize this motherfucker might know a little something. Because most people ain't saying
And
you
you gotta-
violate my constitutional rights.
No, you gotta
Somebody
get a
might
copy.
say you violate my rights.
Yeah.
You violate my rights.
Because I was
It's
just
different.
I was just finna ask, because if I'm recording them and I'm acknowledging that I'm recording them, and then he gonna take a swing at me, even though I done did all of that, do I still got the right to defend myself? Because me myself, ladies and gentlemen, I'm protecting myself under every rule.
Yeah, you're
Don't
supposed
take
to.
my advice, but
Supposed
take
to.
my advice. You hear what I'm
Supposed to.
saying? Don't take my advice, but take my advice. I'm not finna allow nobody to know
No.
you do that. It's on. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm defending myself because they will take advantage of you if you do not. And I'm here to tell you, they will take advantage of you if you do not defend yourself.
Yeah,
And don't just defend yourself.
When you use certain words, they understand. They
You
understand.
gotta know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
When you say something about a surety, a motherfucker be like, you like me. You got on a hood and sunglasses and
Right.
you like you.
Up to something.
Yeah, like,
Mhm.
yeah, okay. I'll be the sued your ass.
There you go.
So, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
He said, yo.
Just, if we knew more things and did more research about this stuff, we wouldn't get it violated as much.
The problem is we got to do research because nobody's telling nobody. The people are just following.
Yep.
Right, going
You-
through
you've got
motions
to
of
have-
things.
And then you find somebody who knows about the stuff, and they want to charge you some money. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
they
already
want to
broke.
covet it. I'm going to covet this
Right.
because I'm the only person who want to know it. And
Right.
if you want to know it, that's going to
You
be
got the
$499.99. Like,
That's
nah,
what y'all
that's not
call
a
preachers.
I hate
I'm
that.
sorry.
No, that's what you call people that you don't put in your movement. They're
Yeah.
the type of people that
Yeah.
will get Martin Luther King killed, the type
Yeah.
of people that get Malcolm X killed, them type of people you don't want in your movement. You don't get nowhere with that super greed.
Yep.
And
No,
we should
hell
see
no.
that as a people.
Yep.
When it's enough for
See the
everybody
results.
and some, I don't care what nobody think.
I agree.
Let somebody lie to you. I could prove to you. See, that's what I base off of, and that's what me and my guys base off of. Proof, not just talk. I can prove that everybody can eat good and still have extra. Everybody so caught up with this, it ain't enough, so I got to be on top and I got to have it all myself. When it's enough for everybody.
Man, you can make $1 billion easier with a group than doing it by yourself.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna be so much more better, man.
Yeah.
And then once you figure that out, you want to figure out how to do it again. So it's just, we have to realize, man, we can help each other more when we're not battling each other.
And there's no sense in battling because we all deserve.
Well, you know what time it is.
What you say? What you say? Because we all deserve.
You already know. The love.
Yeah.
But it's that time.
I just wanted to wrap up the police thing. You got to go to the clerk's office, get a copy of their oath. They have an oath to uphold the Constitution. And then you put that in the case along with your evidence when you go after the bond. Just wanted to wrap that up.
Got it.
Well, we know what time it is now, man.
Yeah,
it's time for them ninjas to come out.
Yeah.
The ninja news.
Yeah.
We're going to let Mr. Anderson get us started. Because Mr. Anderson wanted to talk about what happens at the Pittsburgh Pirates game
Did you see that video,
a few
bro?
days ago.
Did you see that?
Yeah, man. And he turned old school.
Man,
He was
that
like,
was crazy.
you need your ass whooped, like with a belt.
One of them drunk fans was messing with one of the female employees. So the brother employee, he come over there like, you're not going to talk to the females like that. The nigga, he get to talking shit, blah, blah, swinging at him. So the black dude, he popped him. He got him a good couple times.
Yeah, he spit on my dude.
No, that happened at the end. He popped him. Nigga was salty that he lost. So then he spit on the dude. So he took his belt off, nigga. He started whooping the nigga with his belt like a kid.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
That was,
He said he didn't give a fuck about his job,
I watched it in
bro.
slow motion. I watched it in slow motion.
Nah, you're not gonna spit on
watch
me.
this. Oh boy, who did the spitting? He did actually spit to catch that initial.
Yeah, he did. He
and
spit
then
on him
when he
first.
swung the
Yeah.
third one. That's what made
That's
him
what
go
made him
ahead
swing
and
on
go ahead because he was
'Cause he
already
spit
telling
on
him.
He was all in his face doing all this. And then he told the black dude, like, you spit on me, because the black dude talking to him.
Yeah.
And he like, I ain't spit on you if you wasn't
And
so
that
close.
motherfucker-
Right.
and that
Get out my
motherfucker
face.
just Deliberately was
And
like,
then he just spit on dude, and dude fired on him.
He took
Yeah.
his belt off, nigga. He whooped him.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
after. That was after he ran and wanted to come back for more.
Right.
I seen the video.
I watched the whole video.
The only thing that I did not see
What's
was him being disrespectful to whatever the female.
Yeah, how it
we didn't
started.
see that
Because
part.
whoever
didn't
started
see
the
that part.
video, thanks to you, because we always able to catch it from that point. We was seeing it all. But yeah, hey man, old boy deserved it. But then he ain't get it though because I guess that was that. I don't know. I'm not just
Yeah,
gonna
man,
sit
I
there
hope
with no
dude-
busted up mouth
They
spitting
talking
on
about
people,
him
Right.
losing
spitting
his
blood
job.
on them.
That's
This
a,
dude assaulted me in so
that's
many
assault,
ways.
brother.
That's
How
the
am I supposed
person
to
that
be the
need
one?
the GoFundMe what's fundraising.
Yeah,
fundraising.
He'll be alright, man. He
Oh,
need
yeah.
to sue them if they fire
But
him.
yeah, most
Yeah,
definitely though.
that's self-defense.
I watched that.
You
and-
spitting on people. Go spit on the police and see what
Right,
happens.
exactly. That's
And-
assault.
And
That's assault, brother.
I hope everybody don't forget. Okay, we must not forget. Just because we seen a man of ethnicity punch on a white guy, you must remember this guy worked for that stadium. He was pretty much a usher area, guy. He pretty much one of them dudes like, yes, this is your aisle, and he pretty much usher, but he not security, but he kind of security. So he worked there.
Right.
And if a female or another employee, period, is being assaulted or addressed disrespectfully, if that man stepped in to try to deter, he was doing everything right.
Yep.
Now, I understand what he did was wrong for punching dude in the face, but was he wrong? Because if you spit on me,
Yeah, I'm going to fire on you, probably.
Exactly.
that's a
I'm
reflex.
not about to call
That's all
911.
Everybody need to.
disrespect.
I don't
That's
think
a
I'm going to call
reflex, bro.
911.
It's
bro. I'm not going to make it to 911.
see
You're
what
going to
I'm
get fired
saying,
on.
son?
Like, you might wake up a little bit later like, what happened?
Somebody could say, well, he took the belt off. That was extra. Watch the video. Because he was chill, and then dudes start spitting
came back.
blood on him,
Right, he
which
came
made
back.
him take the dang on belt off.
Yeah.
Watch the video before you think the dude was wrong. Because I would have beat dude's face up.
That's what he
Your
deserved.
Ninja News next.
He lucky he ain't get busted with no bricks in him.
It's Ninja News next. We're gonna talk about Smokey. Smokey
So what we gonna do
and his
is,
wife. And him and his wife.
Oh,
Just getting it in with the maids.
so I'm a little. So now you know.
Ain't paying enough.
I was raised around some old school people, women and men involved, and the women specifically love Marvin Gaye and Smokey. The older ones love Smokey more than Marvin because Marvin was a younger crowd. Bro, Smokey Robinson had all of the women in the world. But times have changed, and this man just so happened to be 307 years old. And I don't understand how him and whatever wife he got painted up in the face is pulled up on charges for essay. I guess, doing extra. But the cold play about it is, come to find out, it's they maids. It's 4 different maids.
It's 4 of them.
That came out like, man, they just, and then again, I thought about it. I said, well, hold on, this Motown.
Motown, baby.
Very Gordy, this the original. This back in the boys that
Hey,
was hitting chitlin circuits back in the
at
day.
least Smokey was messing with women.
You see what? Yeah, I definitely.
Because I heard
that.
Marvin was
See, you know what you ain't
Yeah.
know. But tell them what happened when he was talking about inner city blues. But look.
4 different ones.
So when I thought about
over
it,
like 20 years.
Smokey did come up around them times when before anybody really even thought that that's what they was doing back then. We just look at the times now from the late 80s to now. No, that was going on in the 20s. It was going on matter of fact, it's been going on as long as music and television entertainment has been.
Yes, sir.
So that's the 19 something. Music, radio, and television, they've been doing it since then, and they've been doing it before that. It was at parties with prestige people, but still. So it didn't surprise me, but it surprised me because he's so old. It's like now, like you still functional. Y'all still slapping people and making them stop stirring my grits and oats.
Yes.
Stop stirring my grits and oats. Get on there, here, girl. I told you. Water the plants afterwards.
Said the black don't crack. I ain't got no ED.
So yeah, just in the ninja news, I said, man, hold on, not a legend, not a Motown legend, supposed to be somewhere, making all of the young dudes with funny colored eyes feel good and then they can sing or something. You know what I'm saying? Get some inspiration. Yeah, up here trying to knock off Bouffon, the damn French maid.
Wife with him.
Tag teaming.
Yeah.
They probably had all them roast bars.
All them
part of the
Hollywood
industry,
people do
yeah.
the same shit,
Part
bro.
of the industry, bro.
And then, like I said, he got an album coming out. It's probably a humiliation ritual or something.
But the craziest part, it got to be...
What is that album called? AARP?
It got to be AARP times 3.
I don't know what they're calling it, but he getting free publicity.
Social Security.
It's
album called Social Security.
It's a million cases coming out.
Hey, you see
everybody.
the song the Isley Brothers did with 2 Chainz?
I ain't even
Did you
want
see
to
that
look.
shit?
No, I didn't look. I seen it come across.
Bro, they got 2 Chainz out there singing and doing the album and shit.
No,
Ron Isley sitting in a folding chair, nigga, outside in front of a store.
This dude here.
They old too,
Man,
nigga,
that's
and they
his
still
ninja.
making bread.
That's
I ain't
his
doing
ninja.
that.
His
I ain't doing
his older brother, he up there playing the guitar, man. Go check out the video. That shit
I
funny.
ain't doing that.
Ron Isley ain't moved not a damn time.
All right, more ninja news real quick. Diddy trial start Monday. They had
Official trial.
they got the jury selected. Yesterday?
Oh, they finally got
They
it.
got their 12. Well, I should say they got their 18.
Yeah, you gotta have alternates.
And yeah, man, everything good. A lot was going on with it. People was getting kicked out. Jurors was getting kicked out.
There was some connections and affiliations.
Diddy had to use the bathroom a lot.
Yeah, the boo-boos. They probably gave him that prison
He
Creole
was
of beef.
nervous.
Gave him that prison Creole of beef, boy.
On the I would say a more upper topic. Did y'all hear Saquon was golfing with Trump and everybody went crazy?
That's
No,
a good connection, bro.
I didn't hear it.
Good
Yeah,
connection to
everybody
have.
went crazy, bro. But Saquon's a golfer, and he came out and he was like, "Why everybody ain't go crazy when I was golfing with Barack like a couple months ago?"
Right.
He just
Nobody
came out
heard
and
about
said it
that.
like,
Right.
"I just was golfing with Barack, and no one said anything." I like Saquon, man, but Trump was Saquon's father's friend.
Yeah.
I think Saquon's father was a boxer or a promoter or something. I think he was a boxer,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, him and Trump was friends. I can't.
Trump friends with another black guy?
Yeah, man, he's a racist guy. But yeah, him
I
and
told you
Another
I
Saquon,
don't like that motherfucking Trump. I ain't gonna keep telling you.
yeah, Saquon father and Trump was
He
real
cool,
bro.
but I
Real
don't like
cool.
that nigga.
Like real cool. Hope everybody's having a beautiful Saturn's Day. Hope everybody's vibrating at a wonderful frequency. Hope everybody's energy's positive, and we definitely hope everybody's giving and receiving the love that we all deserve. Jay Moore, anything you want to say to the people?
As well, always, man. Path to everybody. Order, focus, course, man. It means so much to us and what we do.
Mr. Anderson, anything you want to say to the people, man?
Hey, man. Don't buy no more Josie and the Pussycat albums, man. They're just encouraging.
In the name
Keep on
of
making
Jesus.
more.